Many stories have come to light this past week about the recent attack on the Capitol. The stories are frightening. They reveal a level of coordination by homegrown terrorists. They indicate potential inside help. They tell of the deadly nature of the plans. The stories also capture the vast disparity between preparation by law enforcement for the Capitol attack compared to this summer's Black Lives Matters protests, and many, many more stories. But amidst the stories that make us worried and angry and deeply saddened, I heard one that left me inspired, encouraged, and dare I say, hopeful. As you know, the riot not only left people dead, it really trashed the Capitol, the symbol of our democracy. Statues were broken, desks were flipped over, there was garbage everywhere and the smell of urine in the temple of our nation. Well, after the Capitol was cleared of rioters, one representative, Andy Kim from New Jersey, was walking alone through the halls. Suddenly he paused and he got down on his hands and knees and he started picking up the garbage. He'd come right from the floor of the House after a vote, and so he was wearing his suit, but still there under the very rotunda where his immigrant parents had taken him as a child to show him the glory of this nation. He got down on his hands and his knees, and he started cleaning up the mess. He said, "I couldn't bear to see this place desecrated." Chavirim, this is our task, to clean up the mess. It's incumbent on you and on me, not just on politicians in DC, but you and me. It's incumbent on we. I spoke to you on Rosh Hashanah about that most basic word, and it is indeed the key, we. It is, as you know, the first word of our nation's sacred document, we the people. That document, the Constitution, it sets out our collective vision to form a more perfect union, to establish justice, to ensure domestic tranquility. We're well aware that at the time of its writing until our own day, we still have not achieved those goals. We've not yet established perfect justice. Clearly, we have not established domestic tranquility. And with threats of right-wing white supremacist groups planning on disrupting the inauguration, we worry what this coming week will bring. We are a great nation, yet an imperfect one. The question for us right now is, in which direction are we moving? Looking back over the past week and years and looking out over the landscape, sometimes I wonder, is this the beginning of the end, or is it a new beginning? The answer depends on we the people. It rests on our willingness to clean up the mess. What does it mean to clean up the mess? It means holding those accountable at all levels of government, including the president, who led the way with lies and incendiary words for making a mess and a mockery of our democracy. It also means not just casting the blame on others, but asking, where did we go wrong? We recall Martin Luther King's words, a riot is the language of the unheard. And so we must ask ourselves, what did we fail to hear? Now, it's one thing to just pick up garbage and toss it out, but this cleanup, it's really more like cleaning up toxic waste. We have to be very careful and thoughtful. We only want to rid the toxicity, but we have to do so without alienating half the country. Because there's no we if it means writing off 70 million people who voted for the president. There's no future if it means dismissing many millions who supported him over his 4 years. We means everyone. It means everyone who is willing to affirm and work toward a more perfect union. Everyone who seeks to establish justice and promote the general welfare. Everyone who agrees to uphold the laws of the United States of America. And so on this Martin Luther King Jr. Shabbat, on this Shabbat before the inauguration, we know that whether this is the beginning of the end or a new beginning very much rests in our own hands. It depends on we the people. This time I invite you to rise.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Remain standing as Alan, our president, leads us together in a prayer for our country.
Our God and God of our ancestors, we ask your blessings for our country, for its government, for its leaders and advisors, and for all who exercise just and rightful authority. Teach them insights from your Torah that they may administer all affairs of state fairly, that peace and security, happiness and prosperity, justice and freedom may forever abide in our midst. Creator of all flesh, bless all the inhabitants of our country with your spirit. May citizens of all races and creeds forge a common bond in true harmony to banish hatred and bigotry and to safeguard the ideals and free institutions that are the pride and glory of our country. May this land under your providence be an influence for good throughout the world, uniting all people in peace and freedom, helping them to fulfill the vision of your prophet. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they experience war anymore. And let us say, Amen.